Hi everyone, I'm Kev and welcome back to this week's Draw Along. To tie in with this week's comic book club review, we are going to be drawing. So rather than just drawing the character today, we are going to compose a full drawing. And hopefully this will help you when you come to composing your own drawings. So this image has two composition techniques used. Firstly, we are using the rule of thirds. So this is a 9-panel grid that has been cut up into thirds, and 1/3 is taken up by the focus of the image, so in this case Thanos, and the other 2/3 are empty and not the main focus of the image. The second composition we are using is the pyramid composition. This helps create a sense of balance in your composition and also helps guide the viewer's eye to the main focus of the drawing, in this case Thanos. Both composition techniques are used to create balance and structure to your drawings. And now with that all being said, let's begin. Okay, let's begin. So, as you can see in the background, first of all, I've done a perspective grid. This is kind of using a 3-point perspective. So I got, as you can see, these lines shooting off there. So this is giving me a upward perspective, so we're looking up at Thanos. And as always, gonna do the skeleton, the stick figure underneath. Get that alright, so I thought, yeah, let's have a cosmic Ghost Rider in this as well. So we drew Cosmic Ghost Rider's skull. He's been beheaded. So yeah, just get that initial sketch down, so I know where everything is in place. And now I'm just going to go in with this red line to like bulk out the figure. This is just so you guys at home can see how I bulk out Thanos' figure. So we've got one leg going off behind him, so that left leg's behind him and that right leg's in front. I've cheated a little with this picture as well, as I have hidden his legs behind rocks. And give him a big grin because yeah, this is Thanos winning, so he's very happy with his success. So there we go, we got kind of like the main bulk of the figure there done, and I'm just going to fill in where some of like the musculature is going to be, and also going to quickly sketch Cosmic Ghost Rider's head. And we're going to have smoke and stuff coming off of that as well. Yep, just going with that musculature. Okay, on to the penciling stage. So I'm going to draw out the image, the picture, mainly in pencil. Make sure I get everything right. So in this image as well, there's going to be a light source coming from the Infinity Gauntlet that Thanos is wearing. So we're going to have most of the shadow on the left side, or Thanos' right side, our left side, looking at the image. And I'm just going to do like quick shading when I come to that part of the image as well. So talking of Thanos, Thanos is it's become like a really super popular villain. When I was reading the Marvel comics back in like the 2000s, early 2000s, I can't say before the Avengers films, before the MCU, that Thanos was a really popular character. I don't think he was that much of a major player. I know we had Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War as well in the comics, but that was like the early 90s. I don't think Thanos was used that much after that. So yeah, it's been kind of strange to see the rise of Thanos. But I'm glad we got those films. So as you can tell, I haven't got much to say, so that's what I'm talking about, Thanos. So here we go, on to the shading. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just shading the Thanos' right hand side. And it's just scribbles at this stage before I go on to the inking. I just want to get everything kind of like the pencils are loose enough for me to ink, but tight enough for me to know what I'm doing. Again, as I always say, the tighter the pencils are, the easier it'll be when you come to ink your image. So by tighter, I mean as close to like how the final drawing is going to be, the easier it will be for you to ink that drawing. Also easier if you're going to pass your drawing on for someone else to ink. The looser the pencils, the more interpretation it will have for the inker will have on it, sorry. So yeah, I'm going to get everything done here. I have the pose I like, I've got, I know where my shading is. Very scribbly. But just getting everything right before I go on to the inking stage. There we go, pencils are where I like them. So now I'm going to go on to inking. And I don't have much to say with regards to the inking today. So I might shut this off. I'll shut the mic down and just let you guys watch what I'm doing. I will point out certain things though. So the smoke at the back, I kind of done heavy blacks, like a heavy black ink, and then I cut into it with the eraser tool. So that's how I kind of got that effect there. And I'm using little hatches as well to kind of add to the weight, to make things look more kind of 3D for the shading of the image. So yeah, I am going to switch my mic off for a minute, and then I will come back to you when it comes to colouring. If you want to skip ahead to colouring, that's at 14 minutes and 49 seconds. So yeah, enjoy the inking, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay then, I am back and we have already done the flats. So now I'm just going to go in and start filling things in. So here with Ghost Rider's head, I'm just adding in a little bit of shading, and then I'm going to do some Gaussian blurs and use some of my smudging brush to kind of edge that out. And then for the smoke again, I'm going to go in with those darker colours and I'm going to add some light, and then I'm going to alpha lock that layer and go give it a Gaussian blur. So there we go, so that's all kind of blended together. I ended up undoing it because that smoke in the background that I'm working on now, that was a different layer. Oh, Ghost Rider's helmet layer. Just a thing about that. So Ghost Rider's head colours is on one layer, the helmet's on a different layer. I've lowered the opacity of that, and then I went in with like the light brush and added some lighting effects to the image. So it's kind of glassy. Going in and adding textures to those rocks. Also adding some light sources so you can see there's a bit of a reflection from Ghost Rider's head onto the rock in front of him. There's a bit of light shining from the Infinity Gauntlet onto the rock below. So now onto Thanos, just going to do the shadows and the highlights. And again, I'm just going to blend those out with the smudge tool. Which will give it a bit of a painterly feel. So yeah, so anywhere the light's coming off the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm just going in with those highlights. I'll smudge those out. Okay, so just smudging those out. So we get that little 3D, and a bit more of a natural feel to the colours being blended together. Right, so I put the light in for the Infinity Gauntlet on a different layer. I got rid of the line art, and then I'm gonna just go in with my light brush, and I'm just putting the lighting effects on there. And then I'm going to do like the same, so I'm going to add flares to the Infinity Jewels, they called it, or Infinity Gems they called in the comics, I can't remember. Infinity Gems, yeah, and the Infinity Stones. And then I'm going to go in with my light brush again, and I'm just going to add, so I've lowered the opacity of the light brush, and I'm just adding in the little highlights onto Thanos here. I'm using the same colour as well as the colour coming off the Infinity Gauntlet. Then I'm going to add some flare to Thanos' eyes and a little bit of some more lighting effects. Then I use the Nebula brush to make the pattern behind, and the flare brush as well. Okay, there we have it, Thanos winning. Thank you for watching today's video. As always, if you have drawn along to this video or to any of the other videos in the Kev's Draw Along playlist, send your drawings to me at Kev's Draw Along on Instagram and I'll be happy to share them. Also, if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want more nerdy herdy content, subscribe to the channel. That is everything for today, and until next time, keep drawing.